Hi, my name is Caitlin Pohl, and this is my first video for the Global Realities class at MVS. And I'm going to talk about energy poverty, which is found in Chapter 7 of Hot, Hot, and Crowded. And Friedman's argument in this chapter is that every problem is an energy problem. And in energy poverty, first of all, the definition is what it sounds like. It's the lack of access to energy, which has been a problem in a lot of developing countries. And yeah, he argues that a lot of problems stem from energy problems. And one of these reasons is he talks about the implications of energy poverty in a world that is hot, flat, and crowded. And when he talks about the world being flat, he talks about this gap that's growing between people who have access to energy and people who don't. And the people who don't have access to energy don't have access to these basic tools like the internet. And so much research and communication is done through the internet, and they're just falling farther and farther behind the people who do have access to that, and it just creates that huge gap. And what I found was really interesting about this is that he talks about potential, and he talks about how people are unable to fill their potential when they don't have this kind of access. And this kind of ties into his idea of innovation and how people, just the lack of access to energy disables people's capacity for innovation. And there's a really interesting quote that I wanted to share. It's a quote by Jeff Wacker, and it's on page 165 of the old book. And he says, "Innovators are those people who know the 99% that everybody knows, and therefore are able to create the 1% that nobody knows. If you don't know the 99% or cannot get access to it, you will not have the foundation to create the 1%. And this is just saying that when people don't have access to that knowledge, they're unable to create that 1% of innovation that is necessary to solve a lot of the world's problems today, especially in a world that is hot, flat, and crowded. And he's saying that if people have access to this kind of, to the energy and to that 99%, then they'll be able to be innovative and to solve these problems like climate problems and problems with overcrowding and population. So this is just one of the benefits of having energy. And his main argument is that people need green energy. It's combining energy structures with green energy. He's hoping that just renewable sources can be put into places where there are no energy grids and where there are no means of energy for people in developing countries. And I think that's all I have to share about energy poverty. So, thank you.